Hi guys and welcome bippity boppity back to my channel. Basically I just thought to myself, kind of feel like filming a video but also kind of don't feel like getting out of bed, and then I thought I'll just, film a video in my bed. So yeah, here we are in my bed and we're going to be talking about my unpopular opinions because everyone just cares so much about my opinions. I don't know why I look so #obese right now. When I do this with my arm, everybody likes kung fu fighting. Yeah, when I do this with my arm, it just goes really like #obese, and you're just gonna have to embrace my obesity today, okay? So my first unpopular opinion that I put down is that Bad Baby is kind of a queen. Okay, like I'm not even saying that I like love Bad Baby. I'm not even like a Bad Baby stan. I just like can appreciate that, like, okay, the girl's literally 16 and like she was 15 when she released all of her music. What were you doing when you were 15? Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got to at least like respect that. Do you know what I mean? Even if you don't like her music, it's respectable that she did that at her age. And I'm not being funny, but like, have you listened to her music? It's actually kind of good. I don't actually know if her music is good or if it's just like really catchy, but I feel like if something's catchy then like you've done something right. Do you know what I mean? Let's just play a little segment to one of her songs, and when I say segment I really do mean a sister short and snappy little segment, because does this bitch want to get copyrighted? No. So basically, like, you get the point, like, they're catchy, they're kind of good, and I just kind of like Bad Baby. Let's move on to my next unpopular opinion. Sorry if I'm looking at my phone, it's because that's where I've written all of my unpopular opinions that I could think of in the last 5 minutes. Oh my word, okay, this next one, I don't know if, like, yeah, no, this definitely is an unpopular opinion. I basically think painting your toenails is so gross. It's just like unnatural to me. Like, if you think about it, like, you paint your nails because like you put rings on your hands and like, I don't know, like your hands are just on display more in general. Do you know what I mean? But your feet, come on, like, give me a little bit of a break. Do you know what I mean? Like, your feet, there is just no need to be painting those jammy little toes of yours. Like, I'm not being funny, but like, I don't even know how to explain this. Like, feet, your feet are always going to be feet. You can put your little red nail varnish on it and they're still going to be feet. They're still going to be ugly, sweaty, cheesy little feet. And I don't understand why human beings feel the need to paint their toes. Your feet literally help you walk from A to B. You don't need to like glamorize that. I don't know, like, I feel like, I know that like a lot of people paint their toenails, but like, ew, like, ugh. Like, actually think about that, it's a bit gross, and you should kind of just like, next time, let me just encourage you, next time you whip out your nail varnish and you get the urge to just paint your toes, just question yourself for a minute and think, why am I doing this? I don't know, like, I feel like I don't even need to explain it. If you just sit there, okay, right now, right, just sit where you are or lie where you are, do whatever you're doing whilst you're watching this, and just think to myself, is painting my toes normal? And I'm sure you'll come to the conclusion that it's not. Okay, right, let's move on to the next one. Oh, the next one's still kind of related to nails, is that French tips are ugly, right? I know a lot of people that do French nails, so sorry. You know, at school you used to use Tipp-Ex. If you got like if you made a mistake, then you could like rub it out with that like white pen. I think it was called Tipp-Ex, maybe it wasn't. And people used to like do like little French tips on their fingernails with Tipp-Ex. Oh, what a cute little memory. Let's just keep the Tipp-Ex French tip nail days back in the past, back at school. Let's just keep it there, because I don't know, like, it just looks really like trashy to me. If you like it, then keep doing it, obviously, like, do what you want to do you know what I mean? But like, to me, no, you won't catch me with French tips. My next opinion is that marshmallows are gross. I feel like I don't need to explain this, but I probably do. Like, Okay, just like think for a second, have you ever had any other food that has the same texture as a marshmallow? No. Because no other food company that's trying to come up with a new food wants to replicate that texture. First of all, it's way too sugary. Second of all, the texture's just wrong. Like, it feels like it's never gonna dissolve. And they're just not very nice, are they? The only time you'll catch me eating a marshmallow is when it's being roasted on an open fire. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Chestnuts roast. I don't know if that's a real song, but I feel like it actually might be a Christmas song or something. Yeah, the only time you'll catch me eating a marshmallow is if it's been roasted on a fire, because then you can like pull it off and it's like crispy. And it kind of like gets rid of that horrible texture that a marshmallow usually has. Okay, yeah, let's just move on to the next opinion. My next opinion, okay. I'm kind of embarrassed about this, and I kind of don't know if I should say this because I don't know if I can portray it in the right way without making me sound like the freak of the week. Basically, I think that arm hair is a nice, natural, nice looking thing. Like, okay, the reason I'm saying this is because like a lot of the girls I know shave their arms. And like, I understand shaving your legs. I'm not saying you have to shave your legs, but like, I understand why people shave their legs. If you don't want to, fairs, but like, I get it when people do. And I get it when people shave their armpits and their legs. I get that. But why do girls shave their arms? Arm hair just looks normal and natural on an arm. I don't know why I'm getting so triggered about hair on an arm, but like, yeah, that's my opinion, alright? That's my unpopular opinion, is that hairy arms are nice. Not like super hairy. Well, yeah, super hairy too. Like, any arms with hair on, like, just leave your hair on your, like, ladies, just like, don't worry about your hair on your arms. Like, I think it looks nice. Oh, sorry, I'm kind of sick. Okay, so my next unpopular opinion is that I think coffee is so overrated, and I actually really do like stand by this super firmly. First of all, like at work, do you know how many drinks of coffee the patients have and the staff have per day? Like, it's actually really abnormal. Like, if you're drinking anything of one drink 7 times a day or plus, or even like 5 times a day and more, and if that drink isn't water, then that is just not healthy, is it? Especially coffee. Like, coffee has caffeine in it. Your body does not need that much caffeine. Why are you drinking 5 cups of coffee a day or more? Like, honestly, I'm not joking. Some of the nurses on my ward, like every hour they will refill their little coffee. Some of them even bring their own flasks for their precious little coffee. Humans, over the years, have become strangely obsessed with coffee. Like, if you think about it, it's so true. We have cafes planted everywhere because people just love coffee. There's even like hoodies and like t-shirts that say, don't talk to me before my coffee. Don't talk to me before I've had my morning coffee. Does that not indicate a problem? And like, I'm not being funny, but imagine if we had a top that said, don't talk to me until I've had my first dose of meth today. Do you know what I mean? Like, coffee is a drug too. Everyone in the world is so obsessed with coffee. Everywhere you go, like if you go somewhere, someone will offer you coffee. People are like, oh, I feel really ratty today because I haven't had my coffee. Like, you are addicted to something. You're addicted to a substance. I know it's coffee, so you feel like it's not bad, but it is quite bad that you're that addicted to anything. I don't know why I deeped that whole coffee thing so much, but like, that's my opinion. My next unpopular opinion is that history at school is a bit of a weird subject. And now let me like explain this, because I feel like when I say that, people are going to be like, oh, she's so uneducated, she doesn't appreciate her education. First of all, I do appreciate my education. It's just like, okay, let me explain it. I understand studying history is important because that's how you get to know how, as like the human race, we've got to where we are today. I get that that's important. I get that it's also important because it shows how your country has developed over time, how us as humans have developed over time. I get it. Like, I totally like agree that we should know the basics of our human history. But like, to me, it's like, do we really need to know what Henry VIII had for breakfast on the day that he beheaded one of his wives. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like the depth we go into in history is just a bit much. Like, if you actually think about it, I don't know if I'm like making this up in my head, but I swear in history once they told us what sandwich Hitler ate before he went and did something. Wait, I want to look that up because I'm so sure that my history teacher told us about the sandwich that Hitler ate on that day, and I'm not even joking. Sandwich that Hitler ate. I'm starting to think that might have been a dream that my history teacher told us that, because nothing is coming up about a sandwich that he ate. It does say here though that Hitler's a vegetarian, but it's like stuff like that, like, do we really need to know that? Do we? Because I really don't think we do. And like, I don't know, like, you learn the stupidest little things. Like, I'm not being funny, but do we really need to know every single date that every single thing happened on? Like, okay, for example, the Battle of, I'm trying to think of what kind of like the Battle of Hastings, yeah? We need to know that it happened, we need to know what the results of it were and how it affected us, but we don't need to know the exact dates that it happened on, the exact timings of when this happened, the names of every single person. Like, it's just a bit much. And sorry to anyone who's studied history or anyone who's like a history stan, but personally I think history at school is a bit much. Like, just tell us the important stuff and just move on and teach us mathematics or something that we need to know. Also, I'm not saying that we I mean, personally, I don't really use math. I don't really use anything that much that I learn in school, and that's like true. Like, I genuinely don't. I do think school's important, and we're really lucky to have an education, but personally I've gone into an apprenticeship and now I work in mental health, and I don't use anything that I learned from school, genuinely. Maybe I use like social skills that I learned from school, but that's about it. My next unpopular opinion is that K-pop is scary. If you don't know what K-pop is, then, well, just look it up. It's basically like Korean music and these like Korean bands. I feel like I need to be really careful when I talk about this, because I know that there are a lot of K-pop stans in this world. Like, you wouldn't even believe how many. Like, and also I know that some of the people that watch my videos like K-pop because their little like circle like profile pictures are of K-pop people, so please don't get offended, okay? But yeah, I think K-pop is scary because, one, I've done research on it, and like a lot of these like K-pop bands, they sign contracts when they first like start their careers, and obviously they've got like this more like child image, and then as they get older they're not allowed to like drop that image. Like, they keep having to like dress like kids when they're adults, which is scary. Like, it's just a bit weird, and their voices are like pitched really high. They kind of sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks, honestly. Not all of them. There are some really talented K-pop bands, and like some of them aren't allowed to be in certain relationships. They're overworked sometimes to the point where they're like fainting on stage. Like, I've done loads of research and watched loads of like videos, and like sometimes like K-pop stars are really sad and stuff. I don't know, it's just kind of scary to me. I'm not saying all of them are. Like, some of them are probably really happy, I don't really know, but yeah, I just think K-pop is kind of #terrifying. And now let's move on to my last unpopular opinion. Well, it's not my last unpopular opinion, I've got probably like thousands, but it's the last one that I wrote down. I wrote all of these in like 5 minutes, so if you do enjoy this video and you want me to make more, then just like tell me. But yeah, this is my last one that I've written down, and my last one is that watching movies at home is better than watching movies in the cinema. I feel like if you don't I nearly vomited. Okay. I feel like if you don't agree with me on that, then there might be something wrong with your DNA and your genes, because why would you rather sit in like an upright chair with like loads of strangers that you don't know in like one massive room, and you're not allowed to talk and you're not allowed to turn on your phone, and you just have to sit there and watch the movie like this? Like, why would you rather do that? And you're not even allowed to bring in your own snacks. Why would you rather do that than watch like a movie on your sofa? Sorry about that, I coughed so hard that my camera like went into an avalanche and fell on the floor. Anyway, back to what I was saying. yeah, like, why would you not rather just watch a movie at home? You can have your own snacks, you can pause the movie if you want to, like, go and get a snack or go to the toilet. You can talk without everyone going shh. You can cough without anyone going shh. I don't know, like, I just feel like watching movies at home is just a way better option. But then again, I get it, like, if it's like your favourite movie is coming out, or like the sequel to your favourite movie is coming out and you want to go watch it in the cinema because you can't wait, then like fairs. Like, I'm not saying I hate the cinema, like, I don't, but I'd rather watch it at home, do you know what I mean? But yeah, that is the last unpopular opinion that I had written down. What a sad day. The video is over. Look at my cute little feet waving to you. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry that I'm in bed, but like, actually, I'm not sorry. Like, if I want to be in my bed, I can be in my bed. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then show me by leaving a like and subscribe down below if you want to see more of me, and turn your post notification bell so you know when I post a video, because if you don't turn it on, then you're not going to know, and then you might cry yourself to sleep if you miss one of my videos. Oh, also follow, oh, I'm really quite sick. Also follow me on Instagram if you want. It's Rachel Murdoch with 2 A's. I'll put it here. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.